KUAM TVH, first on Guam.
Half a day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Weekend Edition. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama. So glad you could join us. One of the Guam police officers under investigation was forced to turn over his badge and gun. The officer, who was investigated internally by the department on allegations he destroyed evidence, got suspended from duty. The officer, now under criminal investigation. Nick Delgado has a story.
Guam police officer Christopher Champion is suspended from duty after allegations surfaced last November that he destroyed evidence while responding to a call in Tumon. Earlier this month, Police Chief Stephen Ignacio confirmed the internal affairs investigation against Champion.
An officer who allegedly found a meth pipe and a baggie of meth, but rather than confiscating that item, tossed it into the jungle. And events kind of played out from there before eventually that evidence was recovered and this officer was investigated. Are you aware of this incident?
Yes, I am aware of that incident, and that case is actively being investigated. I do know that we have conducted analysis of the alleged contraband that was thrown, and there's no evidence that the items that were thrown were controlled substance. It was not a meth pipe, and it was not ice or methamphetamine.
Sources confirmed, however, the field test was performed and the items he tossed did come back presumptive positive for meth. Champion, now forced to turn in his badge and gun during his 2-week suspension from the force. In a follow-up interview this week, Chief Ignacio declined comment on the results of the IA investigation.
We cannot comment on any adverse action, if any.
Because adverse action was served, would you say then that this would warrant a criminal investigation?
I have been in discussion with the Attorney General's office regarding any criminal investigation.
Okay.
And they acknowledge and then they're looking into it.
Okay.
If they are pursuing anything.
Attorney General Doug Moylan confirms with KUAM the case is currently under active investigation. While that investigation to determine if criminal charges could be handed down against the officer, it's unclear if Officer Champion will fight his adverse action before the Civil Service Commission. Nick Delgado, KUAM News.
A man accused in a cyberstalking investigation took the federal prosecutor's plea deal. 35-year-old Eric Galvin pleaded guilty to unauthorized access of a protected computer. He appeared before Magistrate Judge Michael Bordalio in the District Court of Guam Friday. As KUAM reported, Galvin went to the victim's home on Naval Base Guam and left an Apple AirTag, a tracking device, in the victim's car without the victim knowing. Galvin was also accused of going back to the residence where he went through the victim's computers and used his phone to record intimate conversations and nude images of the victim. Galvin remains freed and is scheduled to be sentenced on April 18th. He faces a maximum 5 years in prison. A new medical complex, police body-worn cameras, and the disposal of junk cars. That's among the 15 bills senators in the 37th Guam legislature have on the agenda for this month's session. Speaker Therese Terlahi called senators into the session at the Guam Congress building in Hagåtña Monday morning. The discussion will be live-streamed on the Guam Legislature YouTube channel. Among the controversial measures up for debate, senators have also vetoed Bill 136 on the agenda. The measure is relative to allowing the use of emergency procurement procedures to enable the Guam Department of Education to comply with Public Law 37-4 in the wake of Typhoon Mawar. Last summer, the governor vetoed the bill, stating it does more harm than good and imposes additional constraints on GDOE. Session is set to begin at 9 a.m. Monday. We round off our exclusive coverage at Site X, home to the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System for the Marianas. Task Force Talon gives the community a look at its capabilities to defend from enemy forces. Destiny Cruz reports.
It's news of unidentified projectile launches out of North Korea seemingly baked into our normal, with the North's specific threats against Guam with ballistic missiles dating back as far as 2012. Still, despite the seemingly common scare for the island and the region, the soldiers of Task Force Talon, charged with defending the Indo-Pacific from ballistic threats, are never letting their guard down. reminding enemy forces of the capabilities to defend against any ballistic threats in the Marianas, in a show of the robust Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System on Site X.
We are capable of engaging ballistic missile threats from North Korea and China as well. So we are here just to provide that coverage of any threat from one of our adversaries to defend the island. A threat from North Korea, we have a high capability to engage that threat. And it's not just if it's factoring a military base, we are going to defend all of Guam.
Its defense of the island against North Korea's advancing claims of its capabilities. In 2022, the foreign nation confirming the test launch of an intermediate-range ballistic missile capable of reaching Guam, in addition to its recent claims to have tested engines for a more stealthy missile capable of hitting distant U.S. targets in the region. Nonetheless, Task Force Talon remains confident.
We take this very, very seriously, and we are bringing the best soldiers and equipment to protect this island.
With its radar system, truck-mounted launcher, communications centers, and integrated deterrence, Task Force Talon is deliberately showing us that its THAAD system is here to defend. Destiny Cruz, KUAM News.
The local prison's Parole Services Division recently got 2 new SUVs. The cars purchased with federal funds to help them with COVID-19 response and public safety missions. KUAM's Julianne Hernandez rides along with Parole to find out how the new rides are being used.
Keeping those who served hard time in check.
Still smells so new. Smell it. Ooh. What kind of model is this?
So this is a 2023 Toyota 4Runner
And then
SUV, of course. And we're anticipating getting emergency lights and sirens.
The Guam Department of Corrections Parole Services Division.
so actually let's go get started and start driving around.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Let's hop on.
Parole officers Dean Taitagui and Lisa Monique Tainatongo bring us along for a ride. The ride along inside one of 2 new 2023 Toyota 4Runners.
Because a lot of times our clients don't live, I always call it again, the city. They don't live in the city. They live in the deep south, the deep north, and these are places that are not on the main roads. So a lot of times we'll get into places where our sedan, if we go in, we're gonna get stuck. And we don't have anybody to assist us to get the vehicles back out.
We've been requesting for vehicles like this, like a sports utility vehicle. And yeah, like I mentioned, we're fortunate to have this type of vehicle now, so it'll make our operations a lot more safer and easier.
The SUVs came with a just more than $100,000 price tag using CARES Act funding.
That actually leads to my next question is what exactly was the model of the old, the alternative van? Any one of you can answer that one.
This is the Ford that we have, right?
Yeah, so the very first one, I believe, back in 1998 was a van that was purchased for our division, and it was utilized through a grant. And the purpose for that vehicle is to transport our clients that are attending the residential substance abuse treatment program aftercare. So a lot of them have issues with transportation.
The job to keep watch over those who serve jail time and monitor how they are adapting on the outside.
The biggest main issue that we're faced with, right, as far as challenges is, of course, everywhere in the government, right, is the lack of manpower. We used to be a team of almost 10. Now we're down to literally 4 active parole officers.
Safety of their community is among their responsibilities.
We just want to assure the public that although, yes, we are, we have a shortage of manpower, the remaining officers that are actually still currently working the division take pride in our job, We take it very personally. We are 24/7. Our clients have access to even our personal cell phones. So in the event of an emergency or any complaint, we even get calls from family members. So we still, try to do the best we can with whatever limited resources we have.
And with the new rides to help get the mission done.
How do you guys like the new whip? How are you guys liking it?
Oh, we love it.
Oh man,
honestly,
I'm telling you.
this is like a dream come true.
Yes,
you know,
it
I
is.
mean, it's been 25 years since we actually, you know, been given a brand new vehicle or brand new fleet to our division.
A dream turned reality, leaving these two officers confident they can better protect and serve their clients and the rest of the island community. Julian Hernandez, KUAM News.
The former CNMI Secretary of Finance, David Atalik, and 3 contractors are subpoenaed by a House committee in the ongoing probe into a program launched by former Governor Ralph Torres. The House Special Committee on Federal Assistance and Disaster-Related Funding is investigating the use of a reported $17 million in American Rescue Plan funds for the Building Optimism, Opportunity, and Stability Together program, also known as BOOST. It provided grants to small businesses and nonprofits, which some allege were given to those in the former administration's inner circle during the campaign season. Atalik, who was finance secretary under Torres, previously told KUAM that there's nothing to hide about the program. The 3 contractors subpoenaed are Selena Sapp, Shane Villanueva, and Robert Travilla, who managed the program's marketing. They are set to face lawmakers on February 20th at 10 a.m. Committee Chair Ralph Umel told KUAM News, says they have not decided when former Governor Ralph Torres will appear. The BOOST investigation began in the previous legislature. In other news, the CNMI Department of Labor wants to build the next generation of builders. Regional correspondent Tomas Manglonia reports on the CNMI's growing pre-apprenticeship programs meant to fill workforce gaps.
The NMI Department of Labor, its workforce investment agency, and the Northern Marianas Technical Institute are joining forces to fill the gaps in the construction industry.
These pre-apprenticeships give a person a chance to explore careers that they might be interested in, to decide if they want to move further into those learning opportunities.
The program is fully funded by the U.S. Department of Labor and Training Administration, and CNMI DOL hopes to grow interest in the field.
People sometimes scoff at dirty work, but sometimes that dirty work is very high paid work. And being a plumber or being someone who, maybe gets their hands dirty is so critical for, finishing those jobs and making all of our lives easier, because we had the skilled labor here to do the work that needed to be done.
Classes have already begun to help start locals' careers in construction.
And after that, they would do a 3-month internship with one of the construction companies in the CNMI. After that, they could either possibly get hired by the company, and then we'll start the apprenticeship program to expand with either one of our classes, including electrical, welding, carpentry, or HVAC.
As the approach of the deadline for the CW, we need to train our locals to be independent.
CNMI Labor says they're also working on pre-apprenticeship programs for hospitality and childcare. Construction is first in the lineup.
What I'll be doing is connecting with the different employers in the construction industry to see where we can place these participants. And the goal is for these participants to go into the different trades, kind of do some kind of career exploration.
Tomas Manglonia, KUAM News, Saipan.
Well, at long last, the public could once again make use of a popular community facility that's been off limits for far too long.
The Dedo pool underwent its final inspection from Public Health this week, with experts conducting quality checks for compliance with updated standards.
Everything's all squared away right now. We've done our walkthrough, and so based on the walkthrough, there should be no delays.
A thorough inspection of the facility noted the Dedo pool's readiness with respect to mechanical, health and safety, and operational concerns.
A lot of the pumps had to be replaced and things of that sort. So everything's done, everything's changed, and we're so excited to get it going. I mean, we're ready, man. And the people of Guam deserve it. It's ready for them to go.
Parks and Rec also said the Agana pool may reopen following a long overdue rebuild by next spring.
The next project to tackle would be the Agana pool. That's in its about 90% design stage. It's almost finished. I mean, the target date for construction to start is around August, and that's fingers crossed.
The inspection itself went very well, with only minor concerns noted about restroom heating and safety signs, which were quickly resolved. The official report is forthcoming from Public Health, with Parks and Rec very confident about its outcome. The agency also encourages the community to be stewards of the pools and all public parks, noting how they're our facilities. And while GovGuam shoulders the burden for operations and maintenance, it's up to us to keep them usable.
It's a divisional round in the NFL, so here's Jason to tell you where and when you can watch this weekend's big playoff games with us.
All right, everybody, I have some college basketball to tell you about. So we're doing hardwood first, and then I am priming you for divisional playoffs. Let's go to basketball first. San Diego State is taking on Boise State. Aztecs will face the Broncos. That's Sunday, KUAM TV, 4 a.m. Tip-off. There are two good teams here going head-to-head. Big Ten is alive and well, and Michigan State and Maryland are duking it out. That is Monday, also on KUAM TV 11. This tip-off is at 3 in the morning. Now, divisional playoffs. Look at this. Two former #1 draft picks, Baker Mayfield on the left, of course, Jared Goff on the right. Season's on the line right now. And KUAM TV 8 and streaming on Peacock. Kickoff is at 5 a.m. Make sure to watch that. Chiefs and the Bills, 9 a.m. kickoff here. Mahomes and Allen take 3. Sure to be a shootout. Good players on all sides of the ball. Make sure to watch live football with us. KUAM TV 8, Peacock, and KUAM TV 11.
Now for what's trending on social media this week, the 20 words or less challenge. Let's see how it went.
20 words or less challenge, 8 words, you gotta guess, and we're gonna give it a little theme. Football?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, first one. First hint for you, score.
Touchdown.
Pigskin.
Football.
Perfect. Number.
Jersey.
Perfect. Protection.
Defense.
Gear.
Ooh, helmet.
Yes. Next word. Foot.
Ball.
Measurement.
Yard.
Perfect. Next one. Offense.
Defense.
Plays. Position.
James Glenn.
Coin.
Toss.
I don't know. Skip the next one. Next word. Turnover. Steal.
Grab.
Take in.
Time out.
Okay, next word.
Okay.
Championship.
Super Bowl.
Perfect. You got most of them.
Thank God. So am I sporty now?
Now you are sporty and ready for the Super Bowl that you can only catch right here on KUAM.
Time for a quick pause, but keep it here. More Weekend Edition when we return.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
For the first time in 30 years, Coors Light has an ad in the big game.
Actually, this is a Miller Lite commercial.
Mountain Cold Refreshment. It's Miller time. Great taste. Less filling. Cold as the Rockies. Coors commercial. Miller commercial.
Actually, it's a Blue Moon commercial.
What's better than a cheesy bite? Cheese in every bite. That's why we invented stuffed crust pizza, topped and stuffed with almost a pound of cheese. There's only one original, the original stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back to Weekend Edition. Here's the newest addition to the Culture Club.
Culture Club, brought to you by Hanum, the freshest bottled water made in Guam.
Hi everyone, my name is Leonardo Diazis. I am 25 years old and I am a dancer and multi-creative based in Los Angeles, California, but originally born and raised here on the island of Guam. Well, I would say just from like what I do, which is like dancing and like being very like fashionable and sharing that on social media. Sometimes there are days where I'm so like mahalang for like just food from the island. So like there was this one time I shared a whole like Instagram story segment of like me making tinaktak. And I remember when I made that, it was just like so like heartwarming for myself. But a lot of people like from the island too like hyped it up and were all about it. So like doing little stuff like that was something that I like to do just to showcase like where I'm from and whatnot. Yeah. I would say so, yeah. With this day and age, with social media, everything being about like digital marketing, kind of just using like this as a tool, mainly as I like to like describe it, to like share our culture is like the best way to go. And it also just like radiates and reaches like so many people, so much different demographics of people outside of the island. So that's what I've learned. And like even me like seeing it from Los Angeles and like just from the media, I feel like it reaches like beyond more demographics. So yeah, I would say it's a great way to do so. Yeah. Just knowing that there's so many people from the island that are rooting for me or just like really support me, and that's something I'm so like grateful to like know in my heart and in my mind, kind of just using that as motivation just to like keep going and like stay strong in a big city like LA. And I really do feel like coming from such a hospitable like family-oriented island is something that's very special and not a lot of people could say they have or come from. So just having that in like my back arsenal, you know, just to like really motivate me is something that is the best thing, honestly. I would say like with LA being like the city to move to like pursue like dance and industry work, that's where like the main difference is. Just because like that's like the main hub where you could get like work and like get signed and like be booked for like all these jobs and whatnot. And of course like with Guam being a smaller island, that's not necessarily like the same case scenario. But yeah, I would say like that's the biggest difference. Seeing how like people on the island are utilizing like social media to like share like topics and like certain things from the island regarding our culture, like just to be like basic words in Chamorro. I feel like that's very intriguing and it's very entertaining, and kind of just seeing like our culture like perceived that way and like people on TikTok like kind of like be about it. I think it's really awesome, and then teaches so many people like around the world also like what Guam is, like what we're about, and like that we exist. And I would say so, yeah. I would say yes, do it. And I remember before I moved, a phrase that I always told myself was, Guam is where I'm from, just not where I am. Hi, my name is Leo Diazis, and I am proud to be part of KUAM's Culture Club.
Culture Club, brought to you by Hanum, the freshest bottled water made in Guam.
Keep it here, sports is next.
Zoom Zoom! 'Tis the season for speed, and Docomo Pacific is putting prepaid customers in the fast lane. Starting November 3rd, 2023 to January 31st, 2024, every $5 prepaid card purchase from a participating store gives Docomo Pacific customers a chance to win a brand new Mazda 3. So load up at participating stores and drop off your entry to any Docomo Pacific retail store. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com for details.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels, that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
The last time we caught up with the Figo Islanders, they'd returned victorious, winning the 40s Women's Softball Championship in Las Vegas. After a few days of R&R, these Diamond Gals got back to work, preparing for another tourney, this time in Florida.
Oh, we're working on a lot of basics right now. Our hitting, our fielding, and we gotta feel it, act it, and be it. Yeah, let's go!
Just so we have our mental game in terms of what we need to do during actual real game situations.
Now these Chamaritas could be hanging out and telling stories about their dominance in Sin City, but they're getting ready for the Sunshine State. And putting in work is an understatement. They're earning the privilege of playing for 671 with sweat equity. On the field, at the gym, and in the cage. Some people will be at the bar right now, some people will be karaoke, some people just taking naps. Friday night and you guys are in here grinding.
This is our happy hour right here. We're getting buzzed from this buzz. Florida, here it comes. It's not the bat, it's the hitter.
And it's not just them, but our men's team that's getting them to peak performance.
You know, we have so much support from our men's team coming out to help us, the community out there donating. You know, all of that's just the best motivation to take the game and play hard.
What you see in the ladies is pride. They got Guam on chest. And with Key Patrick, Prez, Torres, myself, we're just here to help them get to that next level.
They're fine-tuning hitting, ball skills, defense, pitching, and most importantly, communication.
Without communication, we ain't gonna get anywhere, right? The communication is where it starts. Honestly, we gotta tell our fielders where the runners are going, so we can get that automatic out. Hey, great hit! Come on, Chris! Ah!
Sorry. Right there. Hey, that's communication right there. There you go.
We're in the game.
They're hitting stateside, bringing their gear, their game, and their island pride, but they need our support to give them the extra unbeatable half-a-day advantage.
Cheer for us, man. Root out for us, and you'll be watching us probably at 2 in the morning while we're playing at 8 in the morning, but I'm pretty sure the gung-ho fans will be up watching our games.
Guam's going to be represented very well. Yeah, we have some awesome softball players.
Right of a champ.
We're just one team. We know exactly where everybody's going to be, what everybody's doing, and when we communicate to each other, it's we're just in sync all the way through.
And the greatest honor is to show not just what we can do, but how we do it.
Oh man, you know, all the motivation, the encouragement, no matter, everybody makes mistakes on the field, no matter what, we just gotta let it go and then move forward. But otherwise, the girls, we pump each other up no matter what.
Let's go, champs!
So safe travels, ladies. We're all with you all the way. And we'll be watching.
The goal again is to, hey, represent Guam, get the gold, come back home and celebrate it with all of our islanders. But then again, it's gotta start with working hard. Again, be faithful to the sport, and this is where we are. Here we go.
And
Gold, we're gonna get another ring.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness starts with G.
A space that fits your diverse lifestyles. Simple, yet sensuous. It is a perfect form, a streamlined silhouette. Awaken your world. Electrified Streamliner, Ionic 6.
Zoom zoom! 'Tis the season for speed, and Docomo Pacific is putting prepaid customers in the fast lane. Starting November 3rd, 2023 to January 31st, 2024, every $5 prepaid card purchase from a participating store gives Docomo Pacific customers a chance to win a brand new Mazda 3. So load up at participating stores and drop off your entry to any Docomo Pacific retail store. Docomo Pacific, better together. Some conditions apply. Visit DocomoPacific.com for details.
Now to your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shoutouts submitted on KUAM.com.
This weekend we have a pair of birthday celebrants, and let's all celebrate them because happy birthday to Edwin, who celebrates a birthday today and is getting love from his family and friends, as does Jency, who is getting birthday wishes from all over the world. So Edwin and Jency, we hope that both of you have amazing, wonderful birthdays.
That's it for us here on a Weekend Edition. For more news, go to KUAM.com or visit us at KUAM News on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. You can also watch us on Peacock. I'm Mitsuki Horiyama. Have a safe weekend, everyone.